when we have funerals, you will never fail to find assistant chiefs in full uniform. Whenever there is, even to the smallest function, they are always there. In fact, I was telling my ward administrators and sub-county administrators to emulate what the national government is doing. At least hapo mmetushinda kidogo, si ndio? So kindly continue that way. Sometimes even we use them. Like one assistant chief was talking about registration of farmers. In fact, the way that our constitution is, we have the president up there. You have the minister of education or CS agriculture up there. So that means agriculture, whatever happens in agriculture, it is both in the county and at the national level. It's all our work. I want to maybe answer or comment about the person who talked about fertilizer. Yes, fertilizer, with the support of the national government, the fertilizer is brought around here. What we are doing as a county, we are encouraging that every ward to have a cooperative, and not just a cooperative, but that cooperative should also have the facilities, the infrastructure where the fertilizer can be kept. We are encouraging our cooperatives to build stores, and once that is done, every ward is going to receive their fertilizer at that far end. So that is work in progress, and we are going to achieve that. Issues to do with alcohol, and I want to appreciate little correction there. CS was the first to register issues to do with, which is now being used as a sample for all the other counties in this country. In fact, we decided to delegate this responsibility so that with the national government. We have the sub-county committees which are co-chaired county administrator. At the county level, we co-chair issues to do with that. So, I want to dispute that we are licensing. We do what we are advised by the teams down there which are co-chaired between the DC in fact, this year, all those bars that were zoned off bar has been opened and it's not serving wananchi. Kindly report that one to the DCC. People all to do things unnecessarily. And the last thing is about the request of a rescue center. The whole of this county we don't have. And the OCS who was there reported to me the other day. Institution at Demi, they are already looking at it. National government, very, 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 very necessary. So, CS, we welcome you here. And rehab. We need also rehab. And a rehab, yeah. Those ones go together. What is happening as for the rehab, JM Hospital, which we are being supported by the president to construct. We said, Once we finish the new building, part of the old building, we shall convert a section into a rehab. So it's already. I took by then you were CS youth. We took you to a stadium, you looked at it. By the national government, the president is helping us, and therefore very soon we are going to have been working well, very well with the security team. In fact, we have scheduled meetings so that we exchange here, which is serving us very well. There are some things which are not there, which we would want added there. Now, at Ijinia, this county is very expansive, and as some of them are saying, coming all the affordable houses, let us have the Bomayangu services, let us have the COOPS services where our check their registration and admission in the university. Let us also have help services in our Huduma Center. Yeah? And so that we get to understand what EACC of our people, our workers, our business community, so that we can do well. The other thing is the registration. We are happy today. We attended the registration. Is moving on well. We were worried, but from what we have seen today, we have seen that our young men and women are going to be registered. They are going to have their IDs, and this is very, very, very good. They have talked about the police vehicles. I don't want to repeat. About offices, I can only add about accommodation. Senior officers here, some of them are still living in Nyahururu. So when we have issues here at night, to get them, to bring them around so that we can handle issues, so accommodations can also be looked into. They have talked about animal theft, and I was happy with those years who say that some people need to go. There are some fellows who have been here, and the menace of the animal theft has been taking place, and some people are there, and I'm happy that that OCS has said, if somebody cannot serve Nyandarua well, then this person, let her try somewhere else, so that Nyandarua people can continue. In fact, CS, we lost pipes in North Kinangop, worth, I don't know, over 10 million. Pipes, they were being removed from the soil, they were being sold, and I'm very sure there are some officers who are there. That is not a very good representation of the government when pipes are stolen and they are taken, and then our people are left without water. About the M hospital, we thank the president. We handed over to the new contractor. I'm very sure things are moving on well. About Nyandarua University, we are happy. We are very happy. If there is one gift that the president gave this county, is about that university. I have already asked my fellow politicians, kindly keep off the politics of Nyandarua University. Let the university begin as planned. That land is very small for university. It's only 100 acres. So when I hear somebody saying that they want again to cut some proper, kindly would want that the whole of that land, 100 acres, be dedicated for the university, and the president and the ministry helps us to start the university soonest possible. If it is January, the people of Nyandarua will be very happy. In fact, we will be waiting for the president to come and pronounce that the university has started, and that land is for university, and we request Now that we are doing Bachelor of Science Agriculture, Bachelor of Science Agribusiness, Bachelor of Science Sports, let the ministry support us in having the playgrounds, the laboratories, the whatever, those infrastructure. But as for the accommodation, these people are saying, let the people of this place be allowed to provide accommodation and food so that they can also grow. About subdivisions, I don't want to repeat. You have an issue of electricity. Morungaro area stayed for 3 weeks without electricity. In fact, there was a protest the other day. So Kenya Power should be quick to, because a whole sub-county without electricity for weeks is not fair. So that is something that they need to. A human wildlife conflict. We have a serious conflict here. We have a lake called Lake Orbrozat, and the hippopotamus are not. They get into farms, they destroy the farmers, crops, maize, and all that. The wildlife people to take it up, because wananchi are very annoyed. Wananchi wamekasirika sana kwa sababu ya wanyama kukula vyakula vyao. Sisi tunahitaji hao wanyama, na pia tunahitaji watoto wetu wapate vitu. Angaliliwe sana. CS, kuna kitu inaitwa Orokarao Kware hapa. Kuna Kware iko hapa Orokarao. Hii Kware tangu enzi ya mababu zetu ilikuwa ni mali ya wananchi wa hapa, na walikuwa wakifanya biashara zao hapo kila siku. Na mimi nasema hii kwa sababu tuko kwa mkutano ya security. Ile kitu inaweza sababisha waziri wa mashamba anaitwa Alice. Hii Kware huko usiku wakajikatia wakatafuta mataito. Tumeweka task force na nitakupatia ripoti hiyo task force uende naye. Wananchi wamesema wanaamua hii Kware ni mali yao, warudishiwe, wafanye biashara. Hapa CS ndio usikanyange matope. Na Kware tumekatazwa tusiingie huko. Watu wamekimbia kotini, tumekatazwa kuingia huko. Tusaidiwe hapo. Nasikia sasa wanaanza kuiba, wanaanza kujinyonga sababu ya kukosa pesa, sababu mahali walikuwa wanatafuta pesa imechukuliwa. Na tulikuwa na shida hapa wakati ya ile ya Gen Z protest. Nafikiri Nyandarua ndio ilipata shida tukapoteza maofisi, tukapoteza library, tukapoteza mali nyingi sana. CS nilikuandikia barua, nafikiri iko kwa ofisi yako hapo, nikiomba katika ile emergency ama special program, kama unaweza tusaidia kidogo tuweze kurudisha angarau ofisi kidogo. Kama ile ya ofisi yako ya ID ilichomeka, ile yangu ya education ilichomeka, library ilichomeka. Kwa hivyo hiyo tunaomba, na pia tukiomba kwamba wale ambao wanafanya investigation hii ya wale ambao waliharibu mali hiyo, tafadhali wakamilishe, kwa sababu tungependa kujua ni akina nani walifanya hiyo, ili sheria ichukue mkondo wake. Mimi nataka tu nikwamie hapo, na nishukuru wale watu wetu wote wanatoa roho zao na mnaongea vizuri. Hii ni serikali yenu na imekuja, ni gavana wenu. Naona mnaongea, mkumbuki niko hapa, mnakumbuka tu CS, na ni vizuri mkumbuke hata mimi niko hapa. CS ataenda leo, tutabaki na nyinyi. Sasa lazima siweza akija tunakumbuka ni mgeni wetu yule mgeni wa heshima, lakini gavana pia hako, si ndio? Sababu tutabaki na nyinyi. Asanteni kwa kazi mzuri mnafanya mashinani, muendelee kusaidia wananchi wetu. God bless you.
Haya, pigia makofi gavana. Haya, tumeshukuru wa mama, lakini leo ni security. Pole pole. Unaona hao machiefs wanapiga makofi kwa roho. Nimeshukuru sana governor. We will release you all the things you have said. I will respond to them baadaye. Utapata habari vile tutakuwa tumekubaliana na kujadiliana hapa. We allowed the governor to go because he had another program, and we want to thank him because he came to welcome us, and we have had a very good working relationship with the governor. So asanteni sana, tunaweza endelea. Introduce hawa baadaye. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I want to invite the following. Peter Wala akuje hapa. Uingata House Francis Milia. Karibu.
CS for Interior and National Administration. DCI, sir. Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. My name is Francis Milia. I'm Assistant Superintendent of Police. Currently.
Tafadhali wale wanaenda nje, ukienda unarudi tu saa hizi. Mkutano inaendelea, msiende kukaa nje. Asante.
Currently, sir, I'm the Sub-County Criminal Investigating Officer, Nyandarua Central. Here, sir, I'm on behalf of all Sub-County DCI within Nyandarua County, and sir, they are all before you, sir. Sir, I'll be very brief because almost everything has been covered. But as the DCI, our mandate is to investigate serious and complex cases. Therefore, sir, on behalf of the DCI, we don't have offices. So we request your good office to consider building offices for the all sub-county DCI within Nyandarua County. In addition, personnel. We also request the additional of personnel and building good offices with enough space for the officers to be recording statement and interviewing suspects and interrogation of suspect and interviewing of the complainant. Therefore, sir, for the smooth running of the county operation, we request for the above item that I have requested for the good office. Sir, in the interest of the time, I don't have much to add because everything has been said about motor vehicles, have been said, mobility. Therefore, I don't want to add. With that few remarks, I thank you very much and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Francis. You have been brief. I now want to invite Mr. Mose Kodek.
Senior officers present, the Ngao team, Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Nyandarua team, the prison service, we echo this initiative of Jukwaa Usalama. It's a very good initiative for us to interact with the leadership of the Minister of Interior and our bosses, plus the Wananchi. As Nyandarua Prison, we are committed to our mandate of safe custody of our prisoners and the rehabilitation of our prisoners. Indeed, it's a task which is given to us by the government of Kenya and the laws of Kenya to ensure they are safe and the community is safe. As much as we are putting them into safe custody, we are doing what we call rehabilitation. And our main business, sir, is agriculture. Because Nyandarua is an agricultural zone, and our business is to ensure our inmates have been trained and there is production of specifically potatoes. Sir, we have certified potato seed production, which is at advanced stages. We want to achieve, currently we have 2% of certified potato seeds in the country. So we are pursuing that project, which we appreciate the government for supporting us in terms of input, in terms of trainings. We are being supported by KEVIS, which is enabling us to ensure the potato seeds are certified. And very soon, the seeds will go to the common Wananchi, which is a very important aspect in a bottom-up approach of the government, because we want every farmer to have certified seed, which will increase the production, which will increase something in the pocket of the farmers, and at the end of the day, all of us will increase our GDP as a country. We also appreciate, sir, for the effort the government has put in our officers and the inmates in terms of the welfare, in terms of ensuring our salaries are being reviewed every year, at least there's something going to the pockets of the officers in terms of welfare. However, we face a number of challenges in terms of transportation. We share the same experience with police and other government agencies. Like in our station, for the last 2 years, we don't have a serviceable vehicle. So we depend on multi-agency approach. We request our our brothers in the police to support us, and other ministries to support us in terms of transport, which is a big challenge for us to transport inmates and the staff in terms of escort and even to the hospital. Number two, we have challenge of housing. We share the same challenge of housing. Our officers are staying 3 kilometers is where we can get a house to rent, sir. So which means we have a challenge in terms of service delivery and the welfare of our staff. Therefore, we really appreciate for your coming. Even the road to the prison, it is impossible. We appreciate the county government, sir, for the work which you have done to us in terms of sometimes doing some repairs in the road. And we request the county government, if you can still do something from Kifati Primary to the prison. The road is immotorable, so you cannot move with your vehicle to the prison. So the county government, sir, we request you can do something to it. We appreciate the county government. We have been working very close in terms of medical services. We really appreciate, and the writing system. We appreciate the Murkomen, which you have put in our prison. Also, we appreciate on behalf of the prison, appreciate the governor for the good work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mose. I want to make an observation that I don't know what has happened because I can see so many seats empty. Kuna watu wengi wameenda nje sana. Tunataka watu wakienda waende kwa mpango. Na hatuna ruhusa ya kwenda kupiga masimu nje. Kama wale wamekaa hapa your supervisors na waende kupiga simu, hata nyinyi msiende kupiga simu huko. Ukitoka unaenda unarudi, sio kuacha vacant spaces like those ones. So I want everybody who is outside na anapaswa kuwa ndani hapa kindly aingie. Mkutano inaendelea. Thank you so much, sir. I now want to invite the officer who is representing the APS, Wingate Mukami.
Thank you, sir. Honorable guests, sir, Kipchumba Murkomen, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. This Nyandarua County APS fraternity presenting on Jukwaa Usalama. I am Chief Inspector Wingate Mukami, the Sub-County Administration Police Commander, South Kinangop, Sub-County, sir. Sir, today, it's a remarkable Wednesday, the 20th day of August 2025. We feel honored with a feeling that today is really the day that the good Lord has made. We are glad. Sir, we wish to thank our able government for its continued efforts in matters security. Nevertheless, having whatever we have in place, we, the Nyandarua APS fraternity, wish to table just a few challenges that adversely affect us while trying to deliver our mandate. To start with, so we have an outcry for more staffing since personnel strength is on its lowest. The whole county has a very few number AP officers. I wish to preserve the number. It can shock you, sir. This number, in the last 5 years, 5 years ago, the number which is here, sitting as the APS personnel in the county, it used to serve only 2 sub-counties very effectively. Mathematically, I've preserved the number. It clearly tells that there is a real deficit of many personnel that will help us to deliver with ease, sir. Another challenge, sir, is that logistically, we are not equipped with enough motor vehicles, a challenge that is affecting most departments. For instance, the whole county, out of 10 sub-counties, the APS has only 5 government-leased vehicles. Further, we have housing issues as well as service lands that are not yet titled. The existing camps have owned and inadequate houses to hold officers, and that some land parcels are yet to be fully demarcated and titled. Sir, the titling and legal ownership of those land parcels, it also affects our Wanchikos. For instance, I know of 2 very severe cases that have taken decades to solve the ownership of the land. We also have lack of CCTV installations in our major towns, which is also another challenge as officers cannot make proper follow-up on crimes committed in towns. For instance, during the previous mandamanos, we could only ask the neighboring banks or business people to help us with the CCTV footage. So it means that security-wise, we are not well equipped. There is also a lack of proper communication gadgets, as mobile phones sometimes go off, especially during public crisis. Again, with the example of the previous maandamanos. Sir, we are crying for this menace of sale of clothes that resemble police attires. If only we can have a policy that is controlling the printing, the manufacturing of those attires that resemble police attires. It's not easy for the public to quickly differentiate. Hence, when thugs invent in such clothing, most public conclude, and I quote, walikuwa ni wezi wamevaa sare za polisi. End of quote. This degrades our public view, sir. Last but not the least, sir, Nyandarua is a specifically challenging county. That's why I'm in a medical attire, which with its geographically unique coldness that adversely affects officers' health, yet it is not clustered as hardship area. It's even worse for the officers with health issues and those who are 50 plus years old. I wish to add, sir, but allow me, sir, to have a parting shot. Nationally, police officers ni wachezaji wa Security United Club. Therefore, we wish to borrow a quote from a mchezaji mmoja wa Harambee Stars, Mr. Mushiri, who while he was being interrogated just the other day, he quoted, mchezaji ni morar. End of the quote. We wish to have a peaceful Nyandarua and a peaceful Kenya. Thank you, sir.
How many members of public came here officially invited from their divisions? Inua mkono. Simameni. So you can see they are not even 40, are not even 30. I know they are supposed to be 100 and something, but I cannot see 100 up. Okay, so when you walienda market, ndio wapitia hapa waende na deputy county commissioner, should not be part of our record for other reasons, and that should be confirmed by the relevant officers. The chiefs and the assistant chiefs and the OCSs, when you mekaa nyuma, you can move forward to occupy these vacant seats so that we can please ketini wananchi to get here. Asante sana. All of you, everybody, you can move. There are many spaces hapa katikati wapi. Let's come closer. We become closer to each other kuliko tukue scattered. Just occupy the next seat. Even these seats iko mbele hapa, the OCPDs. Yeah. Kama ni OCPD ama nani, you can occupy the hizi za mbele. Or sub-county. Police commanders can move to the front. Some of you can move to the front one. Yeah. Namna hiyo. Ndio tukiongeleshana hakuna wengine scattered wako nyuma huko. Sasa wenye tumebaki ndio tulikuja mkutano. And then if you go out for health break, let's minimize so that we finish haraka, so that it doesn't distract the person who is nene. There's still space hapo katikati, moving accordingly. Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Peter Wara, who is the OCPD representing others. Wara.
Thank you, sir. Our chief guest. Here is Peter Alekowala, Sub-County Commander Mirangine. I have a few things, although the officers have said, and I wish to stress the same, so that what is affecting the sub-counties and officers at large. We have a problem of personnel, and we know the ministry is doing something, and soon we are going to have more officers. The problem we have in Nyandarua is officers are being transferred and no replacement. And we are asking that when some officers are transferred from this county to other areas, if you take a driver, give us a driver. If you take a technician, please give us a technician. We have so many police stations we have around here do not have the OCS in charge, the chief inspectors. So we are lacking full structure of the same. You can get, we have a chief inspector, no any other inspector to assist. Akitaka kwenda nyumbani, it is a problem. We start moving around. So please, in staffing, consider us. Also, we ask the training of our personnel. These junior officers, we used to have traffic courses, investigation courses. These courses, we need them because it will enhance our investigation. And we need our officers to undergo these courses, and we know our Inspector General and the administration, they are doing so much in that field, but we ask to enhance for the junior officers. The issue of transport has been talked about. We have a problem, and we know you are addressing, and we ask that you increase us fuel, because, for example, one vehicle that is there serving around 5 and their location. So we ask, when you go back, please think about to increase the allocation of fuel. We shall be very happy. Sub-county commanders do not have vehicles. We are asking we be assisted with more, so that our mobility and our work within can be so smooth. Another thing is, like in Nyandarua County, we don't have a county lorry. It's the only county that we don't have a lorry that can assist in mobility of officers in a large number. So we are asking to be considered for the same. And also, we have had a problem. Drivers have not been trained. If we did not march, because the most drivers we have, we caught them after the march, and they are now, most of them are retiring. So we are asking another course to be assembled for drivers, so that they can get permits to drive government vehicles. On welfare of the officers, I know much has been talked about transport and now welfare. The morale of a police officer is when officers are seen, when they have a problem like sickness, a death of officers, there is a movement and there's a way. We are seeking a good, I don't know which language to use, but these officers, since when we were employed, and we have been in this service for quite a long time, we used to go and bury our own. We used to give the families confidence when they see officers accompanying their own. But we have pending bids of
deceased officers that we cannot afford. We use transport, tulikopa, tukaenda, tukazika, hatujawai lipwa, haijawahi lipwa. So we are wondering that welfare inafanya polisi wanakuwa, and our beloved CS, you know, you have been with us, you know all this. Please come with us. We are begging you on the welfare ya hii officers, uniform, transport, sickness, when they go, insurance yetu ile ya polisi, tukienda tunashughulikiwa. Hiyo tu vitu ndio inafanya tukitembea tunacheka, and you know, a proud officer and a smart officer is a confident officer, and the country is secure with such persons. The other thing is, when we are serving members of public, we have CAPs, we have government chemists. When we have arrested some of these items, we want them tested for prosecution. They take too long until wananchi wanaanza kufikiria tunaweka tukingojea pesa hongo, na hiyo inafanya we lack a lot of confidence with the members of public, because it has not been processed for quite a long time. So we are asking to get experts even at county level, so that we can process some of these things fast. The other thing, as people have said, is hardship allowance. Hapa iko baridi, na so many have said, na hii baridi inakonga sisi wasee. Hii wasee tunataka kufanya kazi lakini baridi. So another welfare that I must reiterate on is the housing. We have a problem with the security of our police stations. We have a problem with the land title deed of our police stations. Some of them were carved from DC's offices, or some were camps before, and they are not well demarcated. Lastly, national government, CDF, it is supposed to facilitate security and education. We are asking and seeking that that board that facilitates the security matters, we are asking at least a member of the security committee to be there to facilitate, so that when they allocate money for police station, we can take an OCBD to follow, and when they allocate for APS, to take alternating members on that committee, so that we can easily look at how to implement and how the money is being used, and we can advise them the kind of houses that they can build for the police. Otherwise, thank you so much. We are very happy to have you in Nyandarua. You have had our problem of baridi. Please remember us. Thank you so much.
Na umejua wewe ndio wa kwanza kuchuna.
Do the chiefs sit kwa CDF? NGCDF? They are not there. Who is in NGCDF? DCC peke yake. Na kwa nini kange pesa police station? Wapi DCC? Ukikuja mwenye under present useme what usually happens. The person who will come later to present.
Thank you sir. Wa mwisho kabisa kutumalizia katika kitengo hicho cha wafanyikazi wa serikali ni DCC Mike Ororutua. Maariza ndio tuingie kitengo cha wananchi.
Waziri, the Deputy Governor of Nyandarua, and all protocol observed. My name is Michael Ololtua, Deputy County Commissioner, Nyandarua Central, and Chairman, DCC's Welfare, Nyandarua County. Without further ado, sir, on behalf of the DCCs, from the onset, we welcome you to Nyandarua and sincerely thank you for making us visible once again. Sometimes we are visible by wananchi for the wrong reasons, and sometimes we are visible for good reasons. This is a good reason, and once again, we can raise our heads up. You have made us proud. Thank you very much, Waziri. Secondly, before I continue, Waziri, just a clarification. We just realized that we had the first lot of promotion, as was said by our past, that the first post, we were promoted last year through interviews. The two DCCs were mentioned, and today there was another lot which were promoted, who were promoted 2025. So we were in the first lot. Just a clarification, we apologize. Maybe with this us, we did not hear the question well. And thank you so much for these promotions. I'm going to take just a few minutes, 1.5 minutes as I sit down. Without repeating what the other officers have said, for the interest of time, we welcome the introduction of AJAABU to the National Government Administration. And we really hope that these AJAABU officers will be trained very soon and deployed to all over the country. We really welcome and we are waiting for it. Secondly, we remain grateful for the ministry for training us in the recent promotions. And the other very important issue, we continue to face numerous land-related challenges, especially on historical double allocation, ancestral land disputes, and so many issues concerning land. We submit that there is a great need for a multi-agency coordinated approach for an alternative dispute resolution, like mediation and arbitration in all land-related cases. We really need a policy on this, because so many people are going to courts and they spend a lot of money, and yet we are in a position as a multi-agency to solve all land cases in this country without going to court. Another very important issue, sir, we also request as DCCs to provide list vehicles to the two sub-counties in Nyandarua North and Wanjai sub-counties, to enable them deliver government services effectively. Another very important thing, sir, we also wish to report that Abadeas and Wanjai sub-counties does not have headquarters. There is a great urgent need to construct them in Shamada and Wanjai shopping centers. This will really appreciate if we have got these sub-counties having headquarters. A very important one, sir, on the construction of Gataji sub-county, we have got, there still remains a balance of 6 million. We request for the fast tracking of this remaining balance so that the Gatanji sub-county can have a complete block for the DCC. However, we also submit that the time for transportation of meat in Nyandarua, there are so many theft reported on stock theft. So many cows are slaughtered, goats, sheep, and we submit that the time, it becomes a policy that the time for transporting meat in Nyandarua becomes 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. We also humbly request the removal of fortheads in AIEs. Let it just become security operations. So easy implementation. And finally, sir, we request that electricity bills be paid in time to avoid disruption of service delivery. So many times the electricity are cut in the area. And finally, our CC resides in Nyahururu. It is the feeling of the DCCs that Nyahururu is too far. If we can have a resident for DCC, for our CC in Nyandarua, there is an allotment of 4 acres just up here for our CC to be in Nyandarua in Orkalau. We will be very grateful on this. And finally, sir, on the issue of the CDF, we are members of the CDF, sir, and there's a lot of work being done concerning the police stations, concerning the chief's offices. So I believe this is an issue, sir, that we are doing together with the NGCDF, because we are members of CDF. So there should not be any problem, any point of alarm on this, sir. With that, we thank you very much, sir, on behalf of the DCC's Nyandarua.
Thank you. Afande, kufikia hapo tumetamatisha maoni kuhusu wafanyikazi wale unasimamia, na tumewashukuru nyote kwa ile kazi mmefanya. Yale maoni mmetoa yamesikizwa na waziri. Sasa kutoka hapo nataka tuingie kitengo cha wananchi, na kwa ile kazi mzuri tumefanya, tuinue mkono, tujipigie makofi moja. Asante sana waziri kutuanzishia kitengo cha wananchi, na naomba ni dakika 2. Kuna kiongozi ya kina mama, she is a leader I think of women groups, anaitwa Njeri Kulet. Alafu tunataka hapa akuje Geoffrey Ndungu Moko akaya hapa. Tunataka Joyce Wanja Kimondio akuja akaya hapa. Wako wapi? Tuanze na women group. Kuja. Wendio? Women group. Dakika
2. Honorable Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, our Deputy Governor, all protocol observed. Mimi ni leader ya wamama. Mimi nimetoka pande ya Milangine, na masaibu ya wamama ni mingi, na wakati niliambiwa nitakuja kuongea habari ya wamama lazima ningefanya lobbying nijue masaibu yao ni gani. Na wakaniambia sasa nikawaambia sasa mimi naenda kuona Secretary wa Interior. Wakasema sasa kama ni Secretary wa Interior mwenye anasimamia security, ile mambo tutakupatia hapo mwisho unaandika security. Kila jambo unaandika security. Sasa wakaniambia wako na mashida ya maji na light. Nikawauliza hapo security inakujia wapi? Wakasema inakujia kwa sababu tunaendea maji mbali, tunatuma watoto kwa sababu wataweza patana na nini na wahalifu. Habari ya light wakasema wanatumia mafuta ya taa na wanatuma watoto jioni kwenda kutafuta nini hiyo mafuta, watakutana na nini? Watakutana na majambazi. Sasa hiyo ni masaibu ya wamama. Wakarudi wakasema ni kuambia habari ya pombe, especially zile nini ziko kwa karibu na manyumbani. Although our governor kusema ukweli amejaribu sana kurevoke zile licenses ziko karibu na manyumbani, lakini kukosi wale wanajificha, hawajafungua baa lakini wanajificha pali fulani. Tuangaliliwe hao vizuri kabisa. Na iko hii kazi ya vijana, kazi kwa vijana. Wakati wanachagua hawa watu wakuwe wanaingia mashinani kabisa, kwa sababu unakuta kwamba wanaenda kwa centers, hapo ndio wanachagua nini vijana. Unajua kwa centers vijana ni wengi. Sasa wanaenda kwa centers, wanasahau kule mashinani. Kule unakuta huko mashinani kuna vijana wengi ambao hawana kazi, na wakiwa hawana kazi sikutakuwa na usalama wenye hakuna. Sasa tafadhali tuongezewe au vijana na wachukuliwe hata huko mashinani. Wakasema tena habari ya financial. Nikamwambia sasa financial na security, wakasema wewe hujui iko kitu mama Georgina inaitwa financial security. Nikamwambia kweli iko, na sisi hatutaki handouts. Sisi tunataka kwa sababu governor wetu ametuongelesha, ametupeleka maseminars ya kulima, tumefungua ma cooperatives nyingi mashinani na masacos. serikali tutafutie pesa, ituwekee huko kwa sako. Hiyo sako, hiyo pesa ikuwe security ya loans ya kulima. Ndio ule mkulima mdogo, ule mama mdogo kabisa, wakiwa kwa groups zao watakuwa wanaulizana, wewe unahitaji fertilizer kiasi gani? Gunia moja. Mimi nataka 2. Mimi nataka dawa ya viazi. Mimi nataka nini? Farm inputs. Wakiandika, wataenda huko kwa sako, wachukue loan, si wako na security. Waweze kufanya waweze kulima. Walete hizo input zao, walime, wapate pesa, waongeze ile pesa waliwekewa security ili waweze kulima hata zaidi. Lakini wakiwa hawana kitu chochote, wacha kitu moja. Mama wa huko mashinani, I'm talking about that, ule mama mdogo kabisa wa huko mashinani. Ule mwalimu alikuwa hapo mkubwa, amewacha deni kubwa sana hapo. Na tunaomba mtusaidie kwa sababu hiyo shule itafungwa tu. Na watoto wetu sijui wataenda wapi. Na nilisema tu nikikuja hapa sitasahau kusema hivyo. Secretary wetu, tafadhali utuangalilie hiyo mambo. Asante sana.
Asante mama. Karibu sana ndugu yangu. Ambayo unawakilisha cooperatives and manufacturing. I think 2 minutes will be enough. Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful moment. Our CS Interior Security, Honorable Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Geoffrey Dongo Moko, representing cooperatives and manufacturers. And first and foremost, we have addressed thank to the Kenya Kwanza government for the bottom-up economic transformation agenda through MUSEA. We have seen them working with us. They are close to our people that we represent, and we are really appreciating the effort there. We are also grateful to our security agencies. They have been working hard with us, especially when an issue arises. They are always there to do some of the things that are required to be done. But nevertheless, I would like to address some of the challenges that we are facing, we as people who are representing some of our colleagues out there. And there is this issue that have been addressed, and I really feel that it wasn't addressed with the seriousness that it deserved. There is this issue of cattle theft. It is a very serious thing that is really affecting the institutions that we represent, simply because, for instance, we operate the credit and saving cooperative societies, where sometimes we are forced or we are required to give some loans to our members to go and buy the daily animals, only to wake up in the morning and you find ng'ombe yako imeibiwa kwako, imechijiwa kwako, umeachiwa kichwa, ngozi na miguu. Mtu anaamka asubuhi na maji na bucket, unaenda kukamua, unakuta ng'ombe haiko, unaanza kuitafuta mpaka kwa mfuko, unaenda kwa bedroom, unaikosa, only to find out imechijiwa hapo nyuma yako. Sio ni madharau? Your issue should be addressed with the seriousness it really deserved. We are really feeling that the job that you are doing is at threat, simply because kuna hii issue ya illicit brewing and gambling, and also the abuse of drugs among our youth. We are expecting them to take lead as we are aging and we are feeling tuko na wasiwasi kwa sababu tukiwaangalia hatuwaoni most of the times. Wako kwa centers, kazi yao ni kuomba kifao, tunaitaga 20 bob, nipe 20 bob, na ukimpea anakibia kwa muguka, anapigibia kwa hizo pombe zingine, na hiyo inaleta threat mpaka kwa food security, kwa sababu tunawagojea tuone wakifanya kazi na sisi ili tuweze kuachia hii kazi tunafanya. Tunaomba serikali kuu kama kuna na uwezekano hawa vijana wapewe civic education, they be empowered, wapewe education, waelimishwe moso mambo ya kilimo biashara, so that wakuje tufanye kazi tukiwa pamoja, and together we assure the food security to our people and to the nation. We are also feeling that we are not comfortable as we are articulating our normal daily routines in manufacturing, simply because our main thing ni mambo ya maziwa, na wakati tunaenda kwa soko tunakuta kuna a lot of imported milk either from neighboring countries, nyingine zinatoka mpaka all the way from European country. Na having done all it takes, having invested a lot and making sure that we are producing enough for local and export, tukienda kwa soko tunakuta soko iko saturated with an imported milk. So with those very few remarks, I would like to add there, niseme Mungu awabariki na watende mema. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much, Geoffrey. I want to invite Kiiru Kimani, representing institutions, and the person to represent the business community is Stephen Maina Akujapa, and youth rep Anita Apiundu Watoro Akujapa.
Okay, thank you very much. The guests of honor, the Honorable CS, and the protocol observed. Good afternoon. My name is Kiiru Kimani, Deputy Principal at the Nyandarua National Polytechnic, representing institutions of higher learning and more so the TVET fraternity. Honorable CS, our work normally is to skill the youth, to give them the skill they require so that they can vent for themselves into legal and dignified work. We also have a job to change the attitude of the youth so that they become the job creators and they become the engine in which the country needs for development. In this endeavor, we have worked in collaboration with the NGAOs, with the security teams and the prison service so that we can be in a position to do our work. And I would like us to get the picture of Banasias, what we had during the Gen Z issues. Those are the trainees we normally live in on a daily basis. I know they gave us a lot of headache, but we have managed to stay with them peacefully. And the CS, even though we are trainers, probably we will also be calling ourselves security officers because we have maintained the security within these institutions. And to keep those trainees very safe and peaceable, we have had that collaboration. However, there are a few issues that we feel that can help us in this, and is to bring all the trainees to colleges. The NGAO have been very helpful in recruiting for the colleges. However, in Nyandarua, we only have like 40% of the youth we need in colleges. And therefore, if you can help us, we are going to contain and have a very peaceful county. So, Bwana Waziri, when we have the student in the colleges, all we need is funding. I know they have been delayed in funding for, say, the HELB and the scholarship. And if the trainees have those facilities, they have the funds, we are going to train them and have them very well trained. And as we talk of the funding, we also would like to have the services. The governor already articulated that the HELB and placement services be brought nearer in our Huduma centers so that we can have that easy reach. So the other aspect of Waziri, we have had a few security and safety concerns Also, our institutions are along the roads, so majority of these roads are not marked. We would like the rambles and maybe bumps to help us with the safety, and also in collaboration with the county government, if we have mulikamwizis and pavements whereby our trainees can be walking around, feel that can go a long way. I also have the menace on illicit brews, cheap liquors, the dens for gambling, and I think betting. If this we can have tightened this, we believe we are going to move far. Bwana Waziri, they also would like to, we talked about uniform for the police officers. Those are some of the services we can do in our technical colleges. If we can have partnership, we can be helping to do this. We've talked of housing for the chiefs. We have the builders. If you can partner with us, we have the expertise to do that. And I believe the collaboration between the ministries can help us do that. I also would like to ask, just a minute. Yes. We have, say, vehicles which have stalled in our stations. If you'd let them stay in our institutions and become training facilities, I believe you'll be doing us services. So we not call them junk, but we'll be calling them facilities. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. I want to invite the youth representative, Apiundu Watoro.
Waziri na naibu wa governor and all protocols observed, good afternoon. I want to stick to the timelines and I will directly go to the point. And on youth, first of all, we would like to request for inclusion in everything that the government is doing. Also in this crucial ministry. Also we would like also on the issue that one of the OCS raised on housing. I would like to request the government to incorporate the affordable housing at the station levels to create employment at each and every ward or each and every station. On issue to do with alcohol, these are a menace that is sweeping youths, and we would request your ministry to be quite strict, because once the political interference gets into issue to do with alcohol, it becomes a war that cannot be won. And we have an issue in conflict between the GAO officers, the JSC, and also the police, where the GAO direct the police, the arrest is executed, but maybe at a point the JSC feels the both parties. I'd like to request that if possible, the ministry can delegate a unit that will be under the police for swift operations. So in the way you have SIPU, I can request a unit to be under the police. Also, I would like to request that when the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya was a Minister for Interior, he had said that Kipipiri will have a Huduma Center. And as the Governor requested, I would like that that can be actualized at your reign. Also, I can like to request the officers who are at the Nakada to delegate their services even to the sub-county levels, because sometimes even reaching Nakada is an ambiguous task. And to finalize it all, I would like to charge you, Mr. Honorable CS, in the book of Mark chapter 10 and verse 46, where Bartimaeus was requesting Jesus for help. And as youth, we have also been requesting for help and shouting, but we have not seen help. When Kidure Kidiki was our CS Interior, he had promised me something and I never saw what he had promised me. When the president was there at Oljororok, he promised me something, but reaching him became an ambiguous task. So if I may find favor before you, I may have something to speak to you in your ear. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. To represent the business community, I'm inviting Stephen Maina, 2 minutes. Then there is somebody who has recovered from drug addiction, I think. Martin Gogi, should be here.
Thank you, sir. The chief guest, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, all the protocols observed. In front of you is Stephen Maina, a business man and a contractor in Nyandarua. I personally support the development effort made by the government since inception of devolution in our beloved country, Kenya. I can confirm I have witnessed tremendous improvement in terms of development. I'm before you particularly to bring to your attention a very important project, sir. The Nyandarua Horticultural Market, constructed at a smallholder horticultural market program, ShowMap. The project was constructed in 2016, and up to date it is neither been used or taken up by the client. I would plead with the national government to fast track the payment at sub-constituency handover of Nyandarua market because of the following reason. 1. The market had become a hideout of thugs, compromising the security of Nyandarua town and the running activities of a nearby school. The student used to attend the night prep, which nowadays does not happen. Being the contractor, I have undergone losses and humiliation from bank, auctioneers, suppliers, workers, to even an extent of almost losing my family. We left the site having not been paid 18,334,755. It has become hard for me to pay bills since all I had was taken by the project. I have seen in distress because other than being auctioned, my wife have been in and out of hospital. Were it not for SHA, I don't know what I would have done by now. I want to appreciate the great support we have received from the County Commissioner, Mr. Abdizak Jeldeza, who have been able to offer security to the market since 2024, when he became the County Commissioner Nyandarua, because the market was being paradised. Please, Honorable Sir, mimi kutoka serikali ya Ruto ingie kazini, nimeona msoko mingi watu wakijenga na wanalipwa. Hii yangu sai, watoto wanarudi shule next week. Wameniambia baba, kama sitarudi secondary school na uliniambia niende national school, na jinyonga. My girl alikutwa akienda kwa mtoni kujirusha juu hawakusoma second term. Sir, have mercy on us.
Thank you. Asante. Martin kuja hapa, then I will call Third Lindi na nimarisia kwa Bishop.
Our guest of honor today, CS Interior, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen. All protocols observed. My name is Martin Nguge Mwangi, a recovering addict. Bwana CS, today as we speak, I am 1,607 days free of any substance. And I've talked about the days because I live a day at a time. Every recovering addict lives a day at a time. Bwana CS, it is very unfortunate that none of our security officers has talked about the consumption of illicit brews across Nyandarua County. It really hurts me. I say this because when I was in rehabilitation, I went to a rehabilitation that you know so well, Bwana CS. I know you know a rehab at Red Hill called the Retreat Center. You visited that place out of your passion, akiwa MP, waziri wetu alitembea mahali nilikuwa rehab just to visit and see what goes on there. I want to say that we have a sick generation. A sick generation in the sense that hawa watu wataamkia pombe asubuhi because he literally can't function without taking a sip of hizi pombe mbaya. My very humble request, my very humble plea to our security agencies. You know the people who operate these pubs. You know the people who operate these dungeons. Kindly, as directed by the government, wacha tuache kuachilia watu wanafungua pub asubuhi saa 10, kijana ikifika saa 1 asubuhi, vijana wamelala kwa barabara, and we know exactly where these people are taking these cheap drinks. With your permission, Bwana CS, I want to invite my colleague here, who is the brain behind the community-based rehab framework in Nyandarua County, and my colleague Jane Maru, to have just a minute. Thank you so much.
The Honorable CS, our Deputy Governor, I wish to ride on the protocol established already. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Jane Maru. I work with the County Government of Nyandarua as the head of Staff Counseling Unit. I wish to stick to the timelines, and I wish to state the following: that when an alcohol addict or drug addict dies, then you know who they belong to. And if you know who they belong to, then the fight against alcohol and addiction of drugs must start from among them. And the frontliners of the fight against drug addiction, which is community-based, is the family and the church. When somebody has died, it doesn't matter what the cause was, but the clergy and the family are the frontliners. And therefore, the fight against addiction should leave the boardrooms. It should go to the community. When the clergy are trained, they train the families, and the training goes to the family level at the lowest of the unit. Secondly, the second key players are the government agencies. That is the National Regulation Authority and the security. And finally, the third aspect is the counselors and psychologists, because from where we sit as counselors is that addiction is a disease. So when we come to the community and we incorporate the three, then we shall overcome this menace. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Bishop, come up. Then there is the student leader, and the last one will be that read over there. Student leader attending.
Our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, and your team, and our Deputy Governor, Nyandarua County, na viongozi wote ambao mmekuja. God is good, and all the time, and that is his nature. Asante sana. Kwanza naanza kukushukuru sana Cabinet Secretary wetu wa usalama katika nchi yetu ya Kenya kwa kazi nzuri ambayo umeianzisha. Hii imekuwa county yetu Nyandarua ya 31, mahali ambapo umekuwa ukitembea. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri tumpongeze kwa makofi kwa hiyo kazi ambayo unaifanyia taifa letu, na pia kuja hapa katika Nyandarua ili uweze kuungana pamoja nasi. Tunakushukuru sana na tunakuombea Mungu wetu azidi kukubariki. Niko na mambo manne na ambayo ningependa kwanza kuguzia. Ya kwanza niongee kwa niaba ya makanisa. Mimi ni chairman wa makanisa nchini Kenya na pia ni chairman wa wachungaji hapa Nyandarua, na ningependa kushukuru sana kwa upande wa security, kwa sababu tumekuwa hapa, niongee kwa hapa Nyandarua, tukiongozwa na sisi wetu Jardisa. Tumekuwa pamoja na kanisa tukiungana pamoja, tukishirikiana pamoja na wananchi. Pamoja na jana tulishida maombi katika ofisi yetu ya huko Ndonyonjeru, mahali ambapo kulichomwa, tukaomba na tumeungana sisi kama community na kanisa na administration. Tumechanga pesa, tuliomba jana na kazi imeendelea. Tunafanya installment ya kurudisha hiyo ofisi. Kwa hivyo nashukuru sana sisi wetu na pia ACC wetu Bwana Kenywa Churchill. Jana tulishida na yeye kwa maombi na tukaanza kurekebisha ofisi zetu za maofisa wetu. Kwa hivyo ningependa huo uhusiano ambao tuko nao tuendelee hivyo hivyo, na ningeomba, kuna wakati tulikuwa tunaungana pamoja na wananchi na security, tunasherehekea pamoja, na kwa sababu uko hapa waziri wetu, ningeomba, sababu una uwezo, ile komiti ambayo ilikuwa inaunganisha raia na kitengo cha security iweze kurejeshwa, ili tuweze kuwa tunapata amani na kutoka chini. Jambo lingine ningependa kuongea ni kuhusu na chiefs wetu. Kuna wakati walikuwa wanafanya kazi vizuri na walikuwa wanapenda na hizi pombe haramu na madawa, lakini hawana uwezo, wako tu na ile na hiyo haiwezi kafanya chochote.
investors wanafanya. Ona venye wanafanya. Na mimi pale penye naishi pale Oljororok constituency penye hiyo nini iko, wanafunzi wengi sana kuongea ukweli, they are using drugs. Na I think Madam Chief wangu nilimuona, acha hivyo. Tunasaidiananga na yeye. Na ni ngumu, kuna wakati naweza mpigia simu inamchukua karibu 2 hours ndio afike. Simu hizi ametoroka. Sasa ile gari yenye walikuwa naomba kama unaweza watafutia pia, ili nikimuita anakuja kwa haraka, ili tuzidi pia kupromote hii amani na tusaidiane pamoja. Me as a student leader, I'm willing to work hand in hand with the security personnel to ensure that Nyandarua County, not only Nyandarua County, but Kenya at large, we have peace amongst us, si wote. Na Bwana CS, I'll thank you for everything, and we thank you for your presence, and we believe that your presence will not only leave a gap again, but it will fill the gaps that we have in Nyandarua County in terms of security and peace promotion. Just give me 1 minute to give my CS Finance also to say hi. Yes, award tafadhali. Nimeomba tu. Tafadhali nimeomba. Haya.
Oh, CS Finance kuja. Taka moja.
Thank you, Bwana CS, and the distinguished leaders and guests present. Good evening. I'm Zakayo Karanja Moreu, CS Finance, Nyandarua National Polytechnic. And we, as students leaders, I would like to present some issues that have been so urgent to be addressed. One, as our deputy principal said earlier, our institution is located along the Nyahururu or Kalau Highway, and we have experienced many accidents where other residents. So we will wish to be us so that we can have a movement far from the traffic. We'll appreciate a lot. Another thing is we would wish to wekewe street rights pia pale hostels mali tunaishi tuko na insecurities mingi sana. 1 year earlier we lost our internal auditor wa shule who was attacked by thugs because there was no street rights. That clear of the incidents where ingeonekana hiyo issue ikifanyika. So we need to wekewe street rights